Hello folks, and welcome back to another episode of Wheels of Mercury. This time, it's the rare album review. The last time I did an album review was of Vola's album Friend of a Phantom that was released back in November of 2024. I only do album reviews when it's of bands I truly, dearly love and know with all my heart. I've done album reviews of Asking Alexandria. I've done album reviews of Rina Sawayama, which I gave a 5 out of 5, my only 5 out of 5 ever on my channel. And this time, for the first time ever, this is a review of Killswitch Engage's new album, This Consequence. Killswitch Engage is one of my all-time favorite bands, and the band that got me to love metalcore and heavier forms of metal, heavier than at least Dragon Force. I probably would not have gotten into extreme metal if not for Killswitch Engage, and that's not a hyperbole, that's fact. Killswitch formed in Massachusetts back in 1999 after the dissolution of two very prominent metalcore bands in the New England underground scene, Overcast and Aftershock. They've had 9 studio albums. This is their 9th one. And they've also had 2 singers, Jesse Leach and the much beloved Howard Jones. They've had more success with Howard Jones back in the mid-2000s than they've had with Jesse Leach, but they did have a very classic album with Jesse Leach called Alive or Just Breathing. We're going to go over This Consequence track by track. Abandon Us, which starts the album off, has a great chorus, very anthemic in that classic Killswitch Engage style. However, it has a brief fade out, which is something I am not a fan of, but that's not too big of a deal, honestly. Discordant Nation has a slight Soilwork vibe with the blast beats over the chorus, or similar to Killswitch's own 2013 record, Disarm the Descent, which is the record that Jesse came back on. Aftermath had some good vocals from Adam near the end of the song. Forever Aligned was the first single released from the album, and it really only took a couple of listens for the chorus to get stuck in my head. Also, I hear the tambourine in the chorus too after many listens. You have to hear it on headphones or earbuds in order to properly hear it, but there's a tambourine on the the right side of the mix, and it's kind of funny. I wonder whose idea it was to put the tambourine in. Probably Adam. The next song is another pre-release single called I Believe, and this one is very motivational, poster-like lyrically for me, but not really on the level of a band like Memphis Mayfire when it's so painfully on the nose it becomes cheesy. But it's actually growing on me in the context of the album. Funny how that works, eh? Where It Dies has a ton of pinch harmonics, something that this band loves to do. You know, the stuff. My voice is too deep, but you probably know what I mean if you've heard it. Adam Dukiwis, the guitarist, sure loves his pinch harmonics. Oh, and by the way, Adam Dukiwis also does backing vocals. Collusion has some awesome death metal growls from Adam, proof that he can do backing vocals quite well. The Fall of Us has some moody passages to break up the blast beats and chugs that are within the song. Broken Glass sounds a bit more like an aggressive variation on Desperate Times off of As Daylight Dies, a Howard-era album from 2006. Requiem, the final track that closes the album, has a pretty awesome thrash-inspired metal riff to kick things off. Very Testament-like, which makes sense because Chuck Billy guested on the last album, Atonement. But going back to this song, I like the harmonies between Jesse and Adam D in the chorus, and that concludes the album at a very scant 35 minutes. I feel like this is the shortest Killswitch Engage album. I don't feel like there've been any Killswitch Engage album that have felt this short before. I could be wrong, but like, I think I'm right. One glaring issue that I have with this new Killswitch album is the weird kind of watery thin production. Like, it sounds kind of thin compared to previous records that have more muscle and more body to them. Like, when you compare this one to albums like As Daylight Dies, or even something within the last decade since Jesse rejoined, like Incarnate, it feels kind of hollow and kind of wafer thin. Honestly, it reminds me of the weird production of the debut album from Adam D's and Jesse's side project Times of Grace called The Hymn of a Broken Man, and that was released back in 2011. Overall, I am going to give this Consequence, the 9th album by Killswitch Engage, a 3 out of 5. A good, solid Killswitch Engage album, hampered a little bit by thin production, but nonetheless a good album. Good job, guys, and that's a wrap for this Killswitch Engage album review. Let me know down below what you guys think of this Killswitch Engage album. Press like, subscribe, do all of that. Press the bell for notifications and set it to all. Rock on, guys, and I will see you in the next video.